Welcome back. I'm Christina Steeren with Bullseye Investments, where we help busy professionals invest in their futures when time is scarce. And I wanted to take the opportunity today in this video to go into a bit of a deep dive into what the life cycle of a value add investment is going to look like. Now, if you're not familiar with the three common types of investments, the yield, the value add, and the hybrid, I have a video linked below for you, just so you can get an idea of that. This video goes in depth into what the life cycle of a value add type investment looks like for those of you who are interested in potentially investing in a value add investment because of the returns and the timeline and how that meets your investing goals. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first step in any sort of investment, but also in a value add, is to acquire the property. So what does that look like? Well, the syndication team is going to put the property under contract. They're going to do their due diligence. They're going to update their business plan. They're going to reach out to you, the investors, to see if you're interested, and if so, have you complete all of the necessary paperwork and wire in your funds. And then they're going to close on the property. The second step is going to be to add that value, because with a value add investment, you're adding value to force appreciation in the property itself. So you're adding things to increase the value of the property. So during the add value stage, which can last anywhere from 12 to 18 months, and possibly even longer, depending on how significant of a value add project this is, you are going to see that there are going to be interior renovations to the apartments themselves. You're going to see exterior renovations to things like the roofs, the siding, the landscaping, the signage, and amenity improvements. Maybe they're upgrading the pool, adding in a playground, adding a dog park, updating the leasing office or the laundry facilities, updating or adding a clubhouse. Those are all examples of different types of amenity improvements that might be included in the business plan. Now, the length of this stage, as I mentioned before, could be anywhere from 12 to 18 months or longer, and it really depends on the size of the property, the number of units, and how many projects that the sponsorship team has that they want to complete in order to force that value of the property to increase. The third step in any value add investment is going to be the refinance step. And during this step, your sponsorship team, who have been working diligently to renovate the interior and exterior of the property in order to be able to increase your rent rate per unit, is going to look at refinancing to get a portion of your initial investment out of the property and back to you. This also serves the purpose in a lot of cases, depending on the market and the trends, of lowering your interest rate on the mortgage so that your cash flow still looks the same, even though you personally have less invested. Now, depending on the market, they may also consider selling the property itself if the market is in a really good place, and they feel that selling is a better option than refinancing, because they're always looking for the best outcomes for you as the investors. If your sponsorship team decides to refinance and not to sell the property based on the market and what is best for you guys as the investors and also for the property itself, this is where the waiting game happens. It's called the hold period. Holding on to the property and allowing it to increase in value is really beneficial because it allows the sponsorship team to attract really great residents and increase occupancy to wherever they need it to be, right? As high as they possibly can. It allows them to increase their cash flow because they're getting that higher amount of money for a renovated unit. And it allows them to increase the cash on cash returns for you as the investor. The final step is the sale of the property. And during that step, your sponsorship team prepares and sells the property. And once it closes, all of the final accounting is done. And then they're able to return your initial investment amount to you. It's important to note that if you receive part of that back during the refinance, you're going to receive the balance of it. And then a percentage of the profits based on how the sale went. So you're getting your initial investment amount back and a percentage of the profits based on the sale of the property. And that allows you to take that money and roll it into a new investment. I hope this video clarified exactly what a value add investment life cycle looks like and what the different steps are. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below or email me directly. My email address is in the notes section of this video for you, and I really enjoy hearing from you guys, so please don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, you can like this video because it was super helpful. You can subscribe to our channel so that you're getting all of our newest content and information so that you can be a super savvy investor. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye. If the sponsorship team, I'm really struggling today, in case anybody is wondering. I'm out of breath, I'm coughing randomly, there's something in this eye. No.